And Anyone But You, a surprise in the box
Yes.
office.
It was a surprise, all right. It came through on Boxing Day and started very sort of mediocre, but then word of mouth has brought it to the top of the box office. It was filmed mostly in Sydney, which is fantastic. Sydney Sweeney is in it, and Glenn Powell, who you might remember from Top Gun Maverick. They reconnect from their old friends that reconnect at a wedding in Sydney. Opposites attract. Nothing new here with the rom-com genre, but they're likeable, the chemistry is great, and it has some really good one-liners. And Brian Brown pops up in it too, legendary Aussie.
Fantastic, and showcasing beautiful Sydney there as well.
Oh, yeah, and I think anytime Sydney is in a movie, it puts a few points higher for me, a few stars extra. They look beautiful, the cinematography is great, and it doesn't matter about the story when you've got a backdrop like that.
Yeah, looks like a bit of fun, hey? And, all right, so how did you find with the strikes on in Hollywood and, you know, with the effect of the industry?
Well, we're just seeing to see movies start to roll through now because Boxing Day and New Year is generally a huge time, but we've had a very slow sort of release passage at the moment. I'm looking forward to Easter and then beyond that because that's when they all start going through. And I think the Golden Globes brought them all together for the first time since the SAG strike and the writers' strike reconnected and came back online. Hollywood was just a ghost town for such a long time. Everyone dropped tools. And that's why a lot of movies that would have gone straight to streaming services ended up at the cinema. But we're going to see some big ones this year.
They didn't give up, did they?
They didn't give up, and I'm really stoked about that because for a long time, writers weren't getting recognised for reruns and things that kept on getting revisited and sequels. They might have created the characters, and when a sequel's made, they weren't getting the recognition for creating those characters. Or a show like Friends that keeps playing on and on for years and years, those original writers and even some of the actors in the background, like extras, were not getting paid. So I'm glad royalties are now something that they can look forward to.
Yeah, and the concerns for AI moving forward.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
I mean, they've kind of been doing it with CGI for quite some time with background characters in, say, a war movie, but when they have to recreate epic scenes like that. But when someone's not getting paid for a restaurant scene in there, you can see them and hear their dialogue. It's not fair. So, yeah, I think it's really good. And AI, I don't agree with it at all. I don't think it should happen.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's certainly, not going anywhere. But it'll be very interesting, especially this year. It seems to be moving very fast in so many different industries. You're very good at predicting who are winners in these awards. We've got some coming up. So any that you can predict for us?
Yeah, I kind of do think that Oppenheimer is going to clean up everything it's nominated for. That's definitely an easy one, I can suggest. But even though Barbie and Margot Robbie will be nominated, I'm not sure that they'll succeed. I think Emma Stone will continue her run. You might get a few surprises along the way. Zac Efron, he's in a movie, Iron Claw, it's called. It's not out in Australia yet, but there'll be a lot of talk about him, I think, as well.
All right, watch this space. And Patrick Dempsey turns 57 today. Are you a fan of his?
I am, I think. When I say I think, I grew up watching him he's early in his career, and he had a break for a while because he was so huge on Grey's Anatomy, but he's great at rom-coms. Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon is a classic.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. And Can't Buy Me Love, he was in when he was young. Yeah, no, I like him. He was in a recent movie, a thriller actually, not a rom-com, called Thanksgiving, which he was unexpectedly excellent in drama.
Fantastic. You're a wealth of information. Great to see you. I'm looking forward to the awards. Thanks so much.
Cheers, Janie.